Hello YouTube and welcome to a new episode on NBA 2K17. This is a what if scenario where I'm going to decide who's the winner over the New Orleans Pelicans and the Sacramento Kings by playing through The Sims, and I'm going to go through at least 3 seasons, but to keep it completely fair, then I'm going to I've got a better idea. I'm going to play it from today's date. Okay, now I am fast forwarding to the real date, and we're going to play it as both teams, and we're going to download the draft class. We're going to download Embrace the Pace as top 1. It's top, so I'm guessing it's good enough. Yeah, I don't mind whatever that is. So we are currently, I don't actually know the date. I think we're about here actually in real life. But either way, it doesn't really matter. And I hope we're going to tank with this team actually. We are past the trade deadline. I have just come to realise where I was going to go. The standings, that's what I was looking for. Sorry, I'm completely away from it today. First recording session in a while. Okay, so New Orleans Pelicans are apparently doing worse than us, but that's definitely going to change with the addition of Boogie on the team. But yeah, I'm definitely going to decide to tank with the Sacramento Kings because, as you will see, I can't really check right now because we're in the off season. Somebody else has the chance to their top 10 pick, or to their pick, and it's protected in the top 10 when I get my words out. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some bench depth and make this team a bit worse. I don't know where to add it to. That's actually not a bad team, thinking about it. It's not terrible, it's something to build off. But we're going to have... Papagiannis is actually a pretty decent player. He's got some potential. So we're going to have 13-man rotation going on, but we're going to make it a 12-man rotation so other people can get more minutes. And now we're going to switch over to the Pelicans, and we're going to go in win mode with this team because we want to make the playoffs. Want Quincy Pondexter on the team. So what we want to do is, we can't make any trades at this point in the season, otherwise I would try pair Terrence Jones, Donatas Montunas, and maybe somebody like Dante Cunningham to try get a better starting small forward. Or shooting guard actually. I'll pair it up with Vitor Moore to try get a starting small forward or shooting guard, but we can't seem to do that. So I think I'm gonna cut this down to a 9-man rotation. Hope the team can play better like that. And now we're gonna sim it the rest of the season, and hopefully it all goes well. Let's go over to the Kings and who can re-sign here. Darren Collison is a nice player. If we can't get anybody else. 10 million, he's probably not worth that 10 million mark. Now you're definitely worth the 7 million. Let's see what your potential is like. It's an 80, so yeah, you're going to become a decent player. So we'll sign him on for another 2 years. Maybe a team option, have from 8.7, he's declined that. This, about 8.79 is the best we can have there. So he has accepted that, and Ben McLemore, as I said, he's willing to accept the minimum. So maybe we'll sign him for another year with a team option for the minimum and have it on minus. And he's accepted that. So, okay, I believe that's all the ones I wanted to do for either team. I would like to bring back like Terrence Jones and Donatas Montunas for trade pieces because they're just too good to let go. Maybe Hollis Thompson, actually I like him, and maybe Drew Holiday. That is the end of that season. So we're going to check if anybody made the playoffs. Nobody on our team's made the playoffs, so we're just going to sim this. There we go, Indiana Pacers were the NBA champions, and the finals MVP was Paul George, and I'm just going to check this for my own. Paul Pierce. Okay, yeah, and he was retired. I saw it once where Paul Pierce's jersey wasn't retired for the Celtics, and God helps to prove that. Here we are in the draft lottery. You see the Pelicans actually have a chance at the 14th pick, which isn't bad. And we're looking where the Kings are. The Kings are looking for a 5th pick, as long as they don't drop. We're going to skip the lottery results to see. Sacramento Kings got the 3rd pick in the NBA draft, which will definitely kickstart the rebuild for this team. The New York Knicks have the 11th pick, and we're going to see if we can trade. No, maybe we can't. Let's see if we can find 10th or 12th, 10th. There you are. We can trade for this one. We can have a lottery protected pick, which actually isn't a bad pick, to trade. We get Myers Leonard in return. Eton Moore, we get Evan Turner, but 17 million a year is not worth. Pretty much, I do not want to get a giant contract in return, so I'm thinking maybe this Ed Davis trade, but maybe we can put somebody else in place for Pondexter, or we could just straight up swap them. But we can't. We get Mo Harkless, He's on 9 million years, so that is not great. Maybe they just don't want to give us their picks, so we can go for a 2019 lottery protected maybe. So we're offering them 2 first round picks for that first round pick. But this one is a lottery protected. So there we go. So we managed to get that trade off. Maybe it was a bad trade, maybe we offered too much. But I think we did okay. The Sacramento Kings managed to pick up Alonzo Ball and Caleb Swanigan, who seems a bit more of a prospect. But I don't mind that they got Alonzo Ball. And New Orleans Pelicans managed to get Josh Jackson at the 10th pick. That is incredible. And they got Peter York, who I want them to accept because he's $757,000 a year. That is just a massive bargain at shooting guard. And he's a pretty damn good shooter. Okay, I'm going to accept Willie Cauley-Stein, decline Anthony Tolliver, and Aaron Aflalo because that is just way too much money for them. And with the New Orleans Pelicans, Dante Cunningham has accepted the player option. So he is coming back. Also, Langston Galloway is coming back. And we're losing Rudy Gay in the offseason. Okay, so that is everybody I'm going to offer for both teams. Let's go over to this. Carlton Bragg is willing to accept. So is Zebo on that team. Let's sign them on both. I think I've pretty much offered everybody who I'm willing to offer to. We're going to sign Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Oh, he's accepted the other offer. So yeah, we're going to accept Contavious Caldwell-Pope's. Looks like I'm going on to the wrong one. And we're going to accept Leandro Barbosa onto the new team. Actually, I think I might hold off on Leandro Barbosa just for now, because Drew Holiday might sign, and we might be able to get Darren Williams. Oh wait, I don't think Barbosa plays shooting guard in this game now, so we're going to check the pending offers. Yeah, we're going to accept Leandro Barbosa because we have enough space on the team. Tony Allen has gone to the Heat, Otto Porter's gone to the Wizards. Looks like they restricted the offer. We're going to go on. And looks like we can... we can't. It takes me over the cap. Okay, I might see if I can trade some people because he is a nice backup to have. Okay, Solomon Hill and Omer Sheik have to get off this team. So I'm going to see if I can trade them. I'm just going to accept this second round draft pick from the Atlanta Hawks. It just cleans up some cap space for us so we can sign more players. Wait, this is from the Kings? What the hell? No, I'm not willing to accept that. I just almost traded him to the Kings. Okay, we traded Solomon Hill. I didn't even realise that we just traded him. I thought they denied it. And that gives us literally no money left. But I'm going to trade away some players to give up some room for these guys. I think I'm actually not going to sign Zaza Pachulia because I'm bringing Festus Ezeli over. Okay, we're not bringing over Jermichael Green because we have Michael Beasley willing to accept less money. We're going to bring over Festus Ezeli, Darren Williams, and Hollis Thompson. And let's check on this side. We're going to sign Alonzo Trier. I believe that's how you would pronounce his name. And that leaves no pending offers, actually, for the Sacramento Kings. And on this side, we can bring back Donatas Montiunas and Drew Holiday, which are some 2 very good signings. Donatas Montiunas is willing to accept that $1.8 million, but that's going to send us way over the player limit, so I'm going to see if I can trade some players. Okay, here we are looking at the Pelicans right now. Their team is looking pretty nice. It looks like we can make a run for the playoffs, definitely, with our starting 5 being Davis, Cousins, Holiday, Jackson, and we are lacking at the small forward spot. It looks like, oh no, not small forward, shooting guard spot. Looks like Eton Moore might start for us, which isn't the greatest. But we have some nice backups in the other positions, so I don't believe we just need a 3-point shooting guards, which we do have. So that is not the worst thing. And over to the Kings, Caldwell-Pope went up to an 80. So it looks like he is becoming, well, he is definitely our best player. And our starting 5 is not looking bad actually, with Caldwell-Pope, Evans, Lonzo Ball. Maybe Costa Koufos will start on our team. I might have to switch some players to a power forward spot to make that a bit better. I'm just quickly switching some players to a power forward, like Scalabissiere. He'll probably be better at power forward. We'll leave you at centre, Papagiannis, because you can be pretty decent in the future. So we can leave that. I believe we don't have a terrible team this year. I'm going to check the power rankings to check whereabouts both teams are. Sacramento Kings is absolutely terrible. Forget what I said. Let's go back down. Yep, worst. Okay. Yep, worse than that one as well. So we're going to check for the Pelicans and see where we are. They're looking like they can make a playoff spot if Oh wait, if yeah, 21st there. Okay, maybe they can't make the playoffs. We did give up a lottery protected pick, I do believe, and our first game is against the Kings. So let's go play this game and see how both teams overall. So yeah, it looks like Pelicans could make the playoffs and Kings are going to be tanking again. Let's change up the rotations to make sure the rotations will work perfectly okay on this team. And you're okay, so we'll drop it down to 9-man rotation. We don't actually have somebody who can play backup shooting guard, to be honest. Drew Holiday can play a bit of shooting guard if we need him be. Darren Williams actually can. Yeah, we don't have our first round pick this year. I don't know where they would have given that up. But that is not very smart of this team. So we'll try and make ourselves as good as possible. Corley Stein can probably play power forward, so we'll cut it down to a 9-man rotation. With Kufos actually starting. That's a strange choice, to be honest. But I believe that's all good for this team. And we're going to go straight through. I have just come to realise this situation we have with the Pelicans. Everybody is soon going to become a free agent and we do not have the money to sign them back. So we're kind of screwed out in this situation. And Buggy is undecided. Does he want to leave? Okay, he wants to come back here next year, but we can't offer him a contract, and it is the date. It is the last date. That is just strange. By the way, okay, LeBron James got MVP. Lonzo Ball got Rookie of the Year. I would like to see that. Almost 16.6 rebounds, 7 assists. Wow, that's incredibly good. 1.7 steals. Half a block, 40% shooting, 36 from 3, not bad. Daddy Shim 6-man, DeAndre Jordan, Karl Anthony Towns. It is the usuals around here. And nobody on All-NBA first team for the Pelicans, nobody on the second team. But we got Anthony Davis onto the third team. DeMarcus Cousins is nowhere to be seen, strangely. Anthony Davis is on the all-defensive first team as well. Alonzo Ball and Josh Jackson are both on the all-rookie first team. And that is it until the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs. Portland Trailblazers got first. I don't see how they beat the Pelicans to first, to be honest. Pelicans got fifth. They're against the Golden State Warriors with no more Steph. Oh, Steph is injured. That is lovely to see. But how did the Golden State Warriors not get first? And they got first. That is ridiculous, because we're probably going to get swept. Oh, wait, we won the first game. Okay, we lost second. We won the third. Wow, I can't believe we actually won the fourth. Come on, go doing 5. Okay, doing 6. Okay, doing 7. There we are, in 7. Now against the Portland Trailblazers, who are just straight up, this team is not on the level we are, but they managed to win the first game. That is just stupid that they've won 2 games and they're going to win this one. Yep. And I'm going to simulate with Simcast. I barely do this, but desperate times come for desperate measures. So we're going to smother and deny. I think it's tight and deny, actually. I believe we should do that. And let's see. We're winning, dominating, and we won. Okay, let's go to the next game. And we're going to do the same, see if the matchups are... Oh, no. There we are. Go tie and deny. I learned that from CSB. We're losing, and we're still losing. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And we're kind of being dominated right now, and we've just straight up lost in Game 7. Wow, Cleveland Cavaliers won with LeBron James as MVP. But at least we've made the playoffs this year. That is a good sign. Maybe I should reject this one because team ordering will be based on standing, mainly because I think it will contradict with this one. But I'm going to leave it actually. I'm going to see how that one works out. And let's look at the draft lottery. Okay, so the top 4 all have the same chance of getting the first pick, which is really bad because we should have had first pick. Wow. Okay, they didn't get. They got 4th. Okay, so that is better than nothing. We're going to exit that. We don't have any picks with any team, I believe. Okay, we have 20th pick there. And Kings have 30th. So that is really bad. So I'm going to actually try and trade the 20th pick. God, when I figured out how to get to it. Okay, that's unprotected. We'll go for that one. But with the Kings, I'm kind of worrying that the fact they don't have the ability to sign anyone, or not sign anyone, draft anyone. And that's kind of what I want to do with this team. But We're going to keep it realistic. I'm not going to try and get the first pick. But just out of curiosity, what would it take to get the first pick? Who has first? It's the Bulls with our pick, isn't it? Which is incredibly unfair thinking about. Oh no, the Bulls have first. Who got first? They got fourth. Who had first? Wow. The Lakers did. Got no pick. What would it take to get our pick back? Oh, they're thinking about it. Alonzo Ball, nope. Not even a little bit of a chance. So we're going to go straight past the draft and go to the rookie signing. Here we are. They got Navarro with the very last pick in the draft. Let's see how he worked out. Okay, so we're not going to sign him. Nobody else was gotten, so we're going to leave that. Team and player options. Okay, we'll accept Buddy, Corley, Labissiere. We won't accept Macklemore. Why not? This guy, who is he? Swanigan. I don't know who he is, but why not accept him? Okay, maybe not. And Garrett Temple is coming back, and so is Costa Kufos, just draining our salary. How about with this team? They want to accept Peter York. Why? Because he's actually 75. Okay, so we'll keep Czech Jallo, and that's who we're going to get rid of. But we're going to bring these two guys over for the minimums. Maybe leave that pending if we can leave that, because then we have other point guards we can bring. Yeah, like Patrick Beverley. So we'll leave that for a moment. But with Lou Williams, I don't believe we have any other shooting guards coming, so we'll sign him. DeMarcus Cousins, we'll definitely sign him. Trying to think, do we have backup centre? I'm going to check if we have backups in each position. We have no point guards, so we probably should get one of them in this free agency. We have a backup centre, so we don't need one right now. What do we need in backups? No, I think we're perfectly good here. Didn't mean to do that. Discard that one. And what do we need here? We need backup point. The rest of the team is okay, I think. It's looking like it's okay. Oh, if we can sign Julius Randle to this team, that'll definitely boost the team as well. Here, we're going to maybe sign Deron Williams. We'll check how Patrick Beverley's doing. Okay. If Patrick Beverley's going to accept it, we'll accept his. We'll accept that, make sure both of them are accepting. We don't have the money for you. We have the money to sign Patrick Beverley, and I believe that's all we need. We'll sign Kevin Knox, who is a small forward, so damn, I really thought he was a point guard. And they've got Briante Weber, so I'm all done with this, and that is both teams sorted, and I'll show you them in the player progression. Okay, here we are looking at the player progression. We did get Julius Randle. I forgot to check on that one. So this team's actually looking pretty damn nice. Our starting five is probably Papagiannis will be starting. So it'll be Giannis, Ball, Evans, Julius Randle, and Caldwell Pope, and that is pretty damn good actually. But yeah, the rest of the team is all improving, except for Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield has not turned into the starting shooting guard I thought he might become. Garrett Temple's gone down, so that's really not incredible difference they make. Drew Holiday has gone down by one, but we still do have our big three here, and Josh Jackson's gone up. Zebo's gone down, but he's only playing backup, so we don't mind. And looks like the Williams has gone down as well, and looks like he'll be our starting shooting guard, because I didn't forget to get a backup. We do have Eton Moore. We're actually going to change some of the rotations on the team just to improve some others. We're going to change this to Lonzo Ball and change Caldwell Pope, because he is a better defensive player as well. Wow, you're getting 13 minutes a game. Wow. How are you not developing more? We have two centres actually coming off the bench right now, because Costa Kufos is starting. Which probably is not the greatest thing to happen to us. So we do need a guard coming off the bench. But I guess either of these guys can play. Okay, you can't play point. Lonzo Ball is playing 38 minutes a game. So I think I might actually trade Costa Kufos and where's Costa Kufos? There you are. And Briante Weber. Okay, I can't trade him until December 15th. I hope I get a backup point guard. Or I'll go for a first round pick. Preferably unprotected. Okay, it has to be protected. And free up some space in my rotation. So there we go, Giannis is starting. And that still doesn't leave space for a point guard backup. But I'd like to see who actually plays point guard as the backup. Doesn't look like anyone. Oh, and there we are. Tyreek Evans plays. Okay, I forgot Tyreek can play point, so that really doesn't affect it that much. So we can bring this down to a 8-man rotation. I changed a few things here, just have a look and see them. And now I'm going to change them for the Kings. Just going to show you the changes I made to the Kings. I'm just going to scroll through it quickly and you can see the changes. There we go. Now we're going to sim to the end of the season and see how both teams did. Just got to point out at the trade deadline, the New Orleans Pelicans are first in the West, which is incredible. And the Kings are fourth. I must be incredible at picking out these to suit the team, because wow, this team is fourth. Actually, the Trailblazers were first last season, but this team does deserve to be first. But therefore, I'm really proud of my coaching right now. Okay, other than that, I'm actually going to check team intel and see if anybody's getting rid of any good players. And Paul Millsap. Wow, no, that is way too much money. He's on $30 million a year. Are you serious? No. Have a look at contract extensions. I don't really want to do any of them because they're not really going to affect me at all, but I might as well sign them to make the players happy. There we go. And then we're going to move on to the rest of the season. At the end of season 3, it looks like LeBron James got MVP, DeAndre Ayton got Rookie of the Year. That's one that you don't usually see. Jason Tatum got 6th Man of the Year. Karl Anthony Towns, Most Improved. Oh no. Defensive player, most improved was Jamal Murray, who I love in real life, and Tyronn Lue was Coach of the Year. Nobody got an All-NBA first team. Anthony Davis got an All-NBA second team, and Boogie Cousins just lost it, hasn't he? Anthony Davis on All-Defensive first team. Nobody on there. Oh, Lonzo Ball got an All-Defensive second team. Very nicely done from him. I'm not usually looking out for the Kings on those teams, and looks like we didn't get anybody on either of those teams. But both teams we control are in the playoffs, so I think this is a pretty good deal all around for both teams. I don't think I've changed the teams the incredible amount. I've just made some a few key signings for both teams, but I don't think I've changed them that much. So maybe this is a good thing for both teams. We're actually going to sim the current round because there's too many games to pay attention to and see how that happens. Wow, both teams are being... So, 2 teams were playing, both of them with home advantage. The New Orleans Pelicans, I just realised, got swept. They got swept by this team. Oh, this game hates me. But yeah, I'm going to determine that. No, I'll determine after, actually. Okay, don't ask me how this happened, but we managed to get first pick. Honestly, have no clue, but we got first pick. So, in this game version, definitely the Pelicans are the winners, because now they have first pick to pair up with Davis, Cousins, Holiday, and Jackson. So pretty much I can just get an amazing shooting guard at this point, and we're pretty damn set for life, considering all these have bird rights, and Jackson and the new rookie will be on rookie contracts. But definitely they are going to be in debt at some point in this game. Looking at the Kings though, they've got a pretty damn good salary cap, considering the players they do have. And they don't have their draft picks, but the team they do have is pretty damn decent. They can get some decent players over the next few free agencies who can really shine. I don't like in this game that players just can't suddenly have the burst of greatness, because I believe Caldwell Pope and Julius Randle together would play amazingly in real life. And Alonzo Ball at that point as well, to constantly set them up and be ready to take a shot whenever. With Tyreek Evans, who's a great playmaker as well. This is an amazing team. This will do incredible in the NBA. So I'm going to have to say, I think the Pelicans win in this trade for Boogie and all the other players involving Tyreek Evans. If I find an image of it, I'll put it up now. But I think the Pelicans win because they have a definite championship contender with their team, with the big three: Drew Holiday, Davis, and Boogie. But the Kings do have great potential. So now they have some decent players to work around and cap space, especially with the cap spaces will be increasing constantly. And they have their pick. Well, they don't have their pick, but it's protected enough for them to keep because they will be doing terrible at the end of the season. So I think, the Pelicans definitely win, but the Kings are not technically losers. They are pretty damn set up. Say if I continue playing with this team, I can definitely get a championship. Maybe over the next 4 years with this team. With this team, I'm definitely going to get a championship within the next 2 seasons. Or at least get to the finals with both teams. But I hope you enjoyed my take on who won the trade. If people enjoyed this, I'm going to come back and do another video. If you enjoyed it as well, please do leave a like, subscribe, but don't forget to leave a comment on how much you did enjoy it or hated it. I don't mind either way. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.